Figure 1, right? Just a very brief overview. Figure 1 shows Falun Dafa practitioners' white blood cells in comparison to healthy control group who do not practice Falun Dafa. The white blood cells exhibit much stronger power to eat up bacteria. And that kind of ability is more obvious when there are less cell, more enemy, more invaders. In Falun Dafa practitioners' cells, when the white blood cell has 3 and the bacteria has 10, in the 3 to 10 ratio, Falun Dafa practitioners' ability, the cell's ability to eat a bacteria, is almost 3 times over the regular people who do not practice Falun Dafa. That's data number 1, figure 1, okay? Figure number 2 is about when we take Falun Dafa practitioners' white blood cells from the body and grow it outside of the body, we observe how long the cells can stay alive and healthy. According to Dr. Lily Feng, she said even after 1 month, Falun Dafa practitioners' cells are still alive and healthy. And the regular people's cells, they all die out within several days. Okay. And the figure basically shows the comparison about 16 hours later. 16 hours later, Falun Dafa practitioner cells all nice and happy and healthy. And the control group cells, majority of them already kind of dead. Okay. Then, when the Falun Dafa practitioner cells are treated by a molecule called LPS, LPS basically is called a lipid polysaccharide. It is a sugar molecule. That sugar molecule is on the coat, outer jacket of bacteria, usually common bacteria. Okay, that molecule triggers the immune response. So when the LPS molecule is added into the white blood cells outside of the body in the petri dish, Falun Dafa practitioner cells respond very effectively, and then go through very rapid programmed cell death called apoptosis. Basically, for immunologists, when they see the data like that, the conclusion is that Falun Dafa practitioner cells are very effective in immunity and also very high in immunotolerance. What means immunotolerance? Give you an analogy. When the nation is invaded, like Ukraine, for example, invaded by Russia, right? The Russia goes into Ukraine, and Ukraine certainly also people start to fight. And you will create a battlefield inside of Ukraine, correct? So this is immune response is basically like our body launches a war against the invaders. The battlefield is within our own body, okay? When that war happens, certainly you know people will die. Why? Because it's a battlefield. The guns, the weapons, the bullets do not have eyes. They will be able to shoot and explode, and wherever it goes will create disasters for the people who live there, right? That's why immunity, good immunity is the following. The more selective, more specific of the response, the more rapidly can resolve the battle, the most effective is that defense of the war, correct? For example, if you have invaders come into Ukraine, Ukraine has the highest weapon, very selectively only kill the invaders and protect the Ukraine people, and very quickly claim victory and resolve the war, then it's a success, right? But if you have no good defense mechanism, you keep on bombing everywhere, months after months, year after year, guess what's going to happen? At the end of the war, Ukraine will be already wiped out. So that's what happens when a human's immune system, if the cells cannot effectively eat up the invader, but keep on growing, and secreting a lot of harming, damaging bullets within our body. That's called disease. That's the cause of death, okay? So figure 2 shows very clearly that the Falun Dafa practitioner system is so effective and powerful. And the cells, as soon as they finish the battle, they resolve themselves through apoptosis, right? But the regular so-called healthy people's immune cell, exactly like currently happening in Ukraine, dragging along, keep on creating endless amount of damage and atrocity for the people, for the land, okay? So figure 3 basically shows the real image of that phenomenon, okay? Figure 4 goes further to ask the question, why Falun Dafa practitioner cells behave so powerfully? What happens at the DNA level, right? So figure 4 looked at the genes of Falun Dafa practitioners. Look at the DNA, how they express itself, and how the DNA is like the brain of the cell. And all the orders, like the commander-in-chief, send out the messages, right, to execute, the actions of the cell. Basically require the DNA first to be transcribed into messenger RNA. You were asking me what mRNA is. mRNA is a molecule that contains a message of the DNA. DNA is a brain. mRNA is a message. Like the language. Like today I'm talking. My words are mRNA. Okay? My brain is here, right? My words of expression is mRNA. It's the message, okay? So the mRNA level is what we measured to look at Falun Gong practitioners' mRNA and the normal control group. Amazing picture emerges from that study. We start to see why Falun Dafa practitioner cells are so miraculously powerful. It has something to do with the reprogramming of the entire mind. When you say mind, clean mind leading to enhanced immune system, right? How we validate that? It's from studying the mRNA of the white blood cells of the Falun Dafa practitioners. When we compare 30,000 of mRNA from Falun Dafa practitioners versus 30,000 mRNA from the non-practitioners, we compare the expression level of all those specific mRNA. We found out that consistently, the Falun Dafa practitioners has group of RNAs are going up, all going up. We found Falun Dafa practitioners' messenger RNA groups all going down. We look at those identities of the messengers. We want to know what they are doing, why they are up, why they are down. Up and down means what, right? We found the following incredible truths. Falun Dafa practitioners' messages that for immunity, going up. Okay? Falun Dafa practitioners' messages for apoptosis, going up. So the function of the cells we observed is directly correlated with the mind, the messages. We have the data to prove that, okay? And very incredibly, there is one molecule called alpha defensin. That molecule was found when scientists were curious about a phenomenon. And let's talk about that story, pause.